So we brought together moms from all over Chicagoland. Hi guys. Hi. So joining me at the table today, we've got Ericka Porter, Tiffany, Thigpen, and Cassandra Bell. Hey guys.
Hi.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
But I have to say, before we start, I think we need some mimosas. We got to do this right.
Yes.
Can you bring us some mimosas?
I'd be delighted.
Yes. Oh yes.
Ladies, have you been to the jam bar before?
Yes.
We are happy to have you. Here you go.
So cute.
Is this all on one tab? How are we going to handle this?
You got us,
I
right, Jordan?
think Cassandra's tipping.
Yes, right.
Okay,
There you
guys.
go.
Thank you.
Carly, this will be your 5th of the day. Here you
Oh,
go.
perfect. You're giving me away, Jordan. You're making my blush. Okay, thank you so much.
Quite
Thank
welcome.
You so much. Okay, so guys, let's jump in. We all know that moms juggle a lot, regardless of whether you're a working mom or a stay-at-home mom. A mother's job it seems to be never-ending, but a recent article pretty much coined a newer term that's even more eye-opening. They call it the invisible workload of motherhood. It's the endless small, they're nodding because they know.
Yes.
The endless small tasks that people
Yes.
don't even realize fall on moms. So I'd be curious to know, what are some of your invisible workload, or what are some things in your invisible workload, and how can we better manage those?
Well, invisible workload is actually a new topic, and something new that I had actually never really thought about. I mean, because, as moms, we just do it all and be it all.
Because
no
you're
thought.
like, this is what we do,
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely. So, I mean, we know to go to the grocery store and buy groceries, pay the bills and things, but it's those additional things that, we have to consider. Like, all the variety of foods that we have to buy at the store. You
can't just buy cereal
You
because you
can't.
want to eat cereal.
Exactly.
Right? To grow the human.
Exactly. So those type of things. We also need to consider who's going to be packing food away for the next day. Who's going to show up at dinner because somebody may be at sports on that day. So making sure that there's a variety of foods, a variety of items that are available for the kids. So it's those things that we have to think above and beyond the grocery shopping.
Yeah.
I mean, on top of everything else. That we have to consider. So
Exactly. And as well as that, we also have to remember, like, when our doctor's appointments. I have 7 kids, so it's like, okay,
You have
for
7
school,
kids?
I have 2 bonus kids and 5 kids.
Right?
Yeah,
Okay, you just dropped that in there really quick. I was like, oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah, so we have to know when they need their doctor's appointments for school, when to switch over clothes, summer to fall, and what also, sports. Sports is a big thing in my house. Who needs registration forms? Oh, field trips for school too. Talking about forms.
Yes.
All that. I mean, and it's just like our intuition for it.
I can really organize my own things that like my to-do list every single day. I can't imagine registering 7 kids for sports. It's so much.
And school.
Oh my gosh. What are your thoughts about invisible workload?
Well, for me, I have teenage children, and so I think what I do is I police my children, and because with everything that's going on in the world today, you have to really know what's going on. You have to know how much time they're spending online, who they're talking with online. They have these new games where you can chat with people from all over the world, so you kind of want to make sure that your children are doing what they say that they're actually doing.
How do you do that? Do you have like an app where you can see what they're doing?
Yes, I do. I have apps, you can Google them. They're available. I know I track my kids. I know where they are. So if they say they're in one place, I'll call them and say, hey, how you doing?
Yes.
Google Duo me.
Oh my gosh, I would have gotten in so much trouble in high school if my parents have that. My friends and I used to have to coordinate. We were like, my parents were really strict about it.
Yes, I am an inspector.
You guys are like, no.
It's
You know
work.
how it is. You know how it is. So you guys, let's talk arts and crafts. Ladies, a recent article titled "Throw Your Children's Art Away" basically said childhood is short-lived. Is it okay? It's okay if kids' drawings are too. Do you agree? Do you toss or keep all these arts and crafts that your kids are making?
Well, for me, my son is an artist. So what I did was I created a treasure box. And so what we do is we put all the art in the box and we review it every year. And so we make a decision together what we're going to keep and what we're not going to keep. And so what I stated to him, like when he was a child, that on his 16th birthday, we will have an art exhibit for him to showcase all of the art and to show his transition as an artist. And so it's very sentimental to me. It's very important to me, but I know I can't keep everything, but including him, it allows us to make the decision together.
Yeah.
And so what we
So
do
it's not
is,
like you're just secretly like throwing it
no,
out.
no.
Nothing against that, but I'm sure it happens.
It's some of it is so beautiful, so I frame it and I bring it out for holidays and parties and I give it away as gifts. And so that's a way for me to kind of keep control of how much we have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, well, let's see. I have a lot of kids, so, you know, I'd be considered a hoarder if I kept all my kids' work.
You'd have to have a whole extra room for that.
Yeah, exactly. But, you know, with my first one and even my second one, child, I did keep everything. Oh my gosh. And then as I got to more kids, I'm like, you know what? That one paper with the one line on it doesn't need to be kept right now. You know, so we do keep you know, things that they really worked hard on, maybe in art class that they did, you know, took a while to make. You know, the little ones with the scribbles on it, you know, I look at it, we talk about it, and then we recycle it. And it's okay to do that, you know, and it took me a long time to learn that because, like you said, like I get really attached to it and whatnot, but after a while, it's like, you know, to keep my sanity and to keep the clutter away. Then.
Ericka, what do you think?
Okay, so I have a confession.
Tell me.
Oh my God.
Tell us
So
all, please.
I was moving recently, and I was in the back of my storage and discovered that almost about a quarter of my storage was things from as far as back as like my oldest daughter, who's 28 years old.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Can you just give them to her now and be like, do you want this? Also, you have a 28-year-old?
Yes.
So good. Are you kidding me?
Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
So, well, you know, and I literally, you know, I said, as I'm going through the boxes, I'm like crying because I knew that I couldn't take this stuff. I had to be able to consolidate my efforts. And so, you know, I started like taking pictures.
That's
and like
good.
boo-hooing, you know, at the same time. And, you know, I called the kids and I'm like, hey, look, I had to throw some things away. And, you know,
You
they were like,
told
it's
them?
okay, Mom, you know, it's okay. But, you know, because my youngest is 15, my oldest is 28. And so that's a lot of artwork.
That is a lot
For
of years
a
of
long
art.
time, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, what I ended up doing was taking the pictures and dropping them in a digital folder.
Okay.
And
That's a good
so,
thing to do.
you know, I couldn't do everything though.
Yeah.
But it
Well,
was
you
like,
got it. You got
yes,
it.
it was
Okay.
those things that they would kiss. And
Yes.
say, hey, Mom.
A Spa in LA says that they have the answer. Spa LA was created specifically for parents, as in exhausted parents. It includes free childcare services specifically for pregnant and postnatal moms, and even a nap room. So, thoughts on this?
Nice. Wow. If they had this in my bedroom, can I take a drink to that?
Let's
Cheers to whoever thought of that.
Cheers.
Genius. You know, moms don't always have access to babysitters all the time. So, in a lot of places that you go nowadays, you can't bring your kids, you know, they don't want you bringing your kids there. So this, I mean, is a genius idea, you know, where you can bring your kids, they can interact with other kids while you get, you know, done what you know, the simple luxuries of life, you know, we should be able to enjoy them.
Yes.
I am so terrible at self-care. It is like a catch-22 for me because for me, self-care is a Snicker and a coffee. A cup of coffee.
I don't think anyone would blame you for that, though. That sounds great.
It is
too.
quick.
Yeah.
Because when you think about taking care of yourself, you have to be selfish in that moment.
Yeah.
You have to be selfish. It has to be all about you, and there's a guilt in that.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, am I being a bad mommy because I'm only thinking about myself? And so I have, like yesterday, I was like Uber, and I had to go to the physical therapist for this, and my son wanted to go to the movies, and it's like, I know better, but I put them first.
Do you think that once your kids are out of the house, you'll feel more comfortable with self-care? Or do you think now, once you've looked after someone for so long, that's going to continue, you're always just going to feel like you should be doing something for
My
someone?
daughter's 24.
Oh my gosh.
No, you're a mommy forever.
Yes.
Okay.
You're a mommy forever.
I think
Yes.
my mom would probably agree with you.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. All I want to know is, can they make this nationwide?
I know.
Yes, thank you.
That's all right. Bring it to Chicago.
One in every neighborhood.
Yes. Exactly. We'll have a party. We'll bring all of our kids.
Yes.
It'll be good. So,
Are there
yes.
other places you wish that they would have this?
The grocery store.
The grocery
Yes.
store?
Yeah,
Yes.
That would be so
absolutely.
easy, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Drop
yes.
it up.
I will give myself 20 minutes in and out, but just I'm sure it makes it so much faster and so much better.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Ladies, thank you guys so much for coming in.
Thank
You
you,
guys,
Carly.
big thank you to
Thank you.
Ericka,
Thank
Tiffany,
you.
Cassandra, And we want to hear from you moms at home, so hit us up on social media on what you thought about today's mom topics. Plus, what do you want to talk about in another round of mom therapy? Let us know.